You think you know hardship? You think you understand the relentless, unforgiving grind of existence? Let me tell you a story. A story not of kings or conquerors, but of a creature forged in the icy crucible of primal instinct, born into a world where every flicker of life is a testament to brutal survival. This is the tale of the Northern Pike. And believe me, it absolutely sucks to be born one. You don't just hatch. Oh, no. That's far too gentle a word for the violent expulsion that marks your arrival. One moment you are a mere gelatinous speck, a microscopic blueprint of teeth and hunger, adrift in the cold, murky shallows. The next, you are violently thrust forth, one among hundreds of thousands of identical, wriggling possibilities. Your mother, a 5-foot torpedo of muscle and malevolence, a living legend of the deep. She laid you, and then, without a single backward glance, she vanished into the depths, leaving you to the mercy of a world that knows no mercy. To her, you are not offspring. You are a lottery ticket, a statistic, and the odds? They are catastrophically stacked against you. The very first sensation that breaches your tiny, undeveloped nervous system isn't warmth. It isn't comfort. It's a primal scream of hunger. A deep, ravenous void that gnaws at your very being, demanding to be filled. And immediately, hot on its heels, comes the icy tendril of fear, because everything around you wants to eat you. Minnows who seem so innocent will snap at your fragile form. Perch, with their spiny fins and hungry eyes, will see you as a quick snack. Water beetles, those armored assassins of the aquatic world, will stalk you with chilling precision. But the most pressing, most terrifying threat? They are your own kin, your brothers, your sisters. Born mere moments before or after you, they are already locked in a desperate, deadly dance. You twitch your nascent tail, and to your left, a sibling, barely larger than yourself, is already attempting to swallow another whole. There's no familial bond here, no shared heritage. This isn't a family reunion. It's a gladiatorial arena, a microscopic battle royale where the prize is simply another breath. A single female Northern Pike can lay anywhere from 10,000 to 100,000 eggs, sometimes even more. Yet, only a tiny fraction, perhaps less than 1%, will ever reach adulthood. It's truly a numbers game in the most brutal sense. You are born with a single, overriding imperative, burned into your very DNA: survive. And survival, in this brutal infancy, means two things: hide and eat. Every instinct screams at you to vanish, to become one with the swaying underwater forest of vegetation. You are a sliver of life, almost transparent, darting away from every passing shadow, every ripple that hints at a larger, hungrier presence. Then you see it. A water flea, a minuscule speck of life, twitches tantalizingly close. Without thought, without conscious decision, your primitive jaw snaps. A clumsy, desperate lunge. You get it. Your first meal. It's barely anything, a fleeting ghost of nutrition, but it's enough. Enough fuel to survive the next hour, perhaps even two. A victory so small, yet so monumental. But the reprieve is short-lived. A slightly larger shape drifts into view. It's one of your siblings. One of the lucky ones who found their first meal a few minutes earlier, now boasting a fraction of an inch more girth. It sees you. There's no recognition in its beady, predatory eye. No hesitation. It lunges. You feel a searing pain, a terrible, tearing sensation as its tiny, needle-like teeth scrape your side. But you twist. A flash of pure, unadulterated adrenaline. You bolt, your tiny body propelled by a surge of terror and defiance. You just survived your first murder attempt. And the killer? Family. Welcome to the world, Pike. It doesn't get any friendlier from here. Your brother, bigger and faster, doesn't give up easily. He is relentless, a living shadow hot on your tail. You dart through the submerged labyrinth of stems and debris, the underwater forest, your only sanctuary. You know, with a primal certainty, that you can't outrun him forever. He is gaining. In a desperate split-second maneuver, you shoot through a narrow gap between two moss-covered rocks. Your smaller, more agile body slips through. Your brother, slightly larger, slams his head against the unforgiving stone, stunning him for a crucial, life-saving split second. It's all the opening you need. You turn, you strike. In this world, you either eat or you are eaten. And in that moment, in that violent, decisive act, you discover a terrible truth. You are very, very good at not being food. Weeks blur into a relentless cycle of hunting and hiding. You have survived, which means you have eaten a lot. And yes, that includes a significant number of your own siblings. They were convenient, after all. You are no longer a tiny speck. You are a few inches long, a perfect miniature torpedo of death, lean and exquisitely designed for ambush. Your skin has developed its signature camouflage, a mottled pattern of greens and yellows that allows you to vanish almost completely among the lily pads and reeds, a living phantom in the aquatic world. The Northern Pike's camouflage is incredible. Their irregular blotches and spots mimic the dappled light and shadows of aquatic vegetation, making them virtually invisible to unsuspecting prey. It's a masterclass in natural design. Your life becomes an exercise in extreme, agonizing patience. You don't chase food, you wait for it. You hang motionless in the water, a living statue, a green-gold sentinel for hours, sometimes days, every muscle coiled, every sense tuned to the slightest vibration, the most subtle disturbance. A school of minnows darts by, a silver ribbon of potential energy. You don't move. A small perch investigates a snail, its guard slightly down. Still, you don't move. You are waiting for the perfect mistake, the one fatal misstep. Then you see it. A young yellow perch, its vibrant stripes a beacon of carelessness, drifts just a little too far from the safety of its school. Its tiny brain doesn't even register the shift in the water, the subtle change in current that signals a lurking presence. Your brain doesn't make a conscious decision. It's pure, unadulterated instinct taking over. The impact is brutal. There is no struggle, only a single, violent gulp. You return to your chosen spot among the weeds, a silent, efficient hunter. The hunger pangs are gone, but only for a little while. Your existence is a simple, vicious cycle. Wait, kill, eat, wait again. This is the rhythm of the pike. Years bleed into one another. You are no longer just a fish, you are a force. A 4-foot shadow that haunts the edges of the lake. A silent executioner. The other fish speak of you in hushed bubbles, if they dare to speak at all. Ducks, those unwitting aerial trespassers, instinctively know not to land in your cove. A primal warning echoing through their tiny avian brains. Your life is one of supreme, lonely dominance. You spend your days suspended, utterly still, in your favorite weed bed. A king on a throne of algae and detritus, waiting for something truly worthy of your attention. You are the apex predator here. Unchallenged, unquestioned. Northern pike are known as water wolves for a reason. They are opportunistic feeders and top predators in many freshwater ecosystems. Their diet includes almost any aquatic creature they can ambush, including other fish, frogs, snakes, birds, and even small mammals that venture too close to the water's edge. Your powerful body, honed by countless ambushes, is a marvel of evolutionary design. Your elongated snout, bristling with hundreds of razor-sharp, backward-pointing teeth, is a perfect trap. Your dorsal and anal fins are set far back on your body, almost at the tail, giving you incredible thrust and acceleration for those explosive, short-distance strikes. You are a living arrow, launched from a bowstring of pure muscle. No creature in this lake can match your burst speed. No creature can withstand your strike. You've learned the lake's secrets, the hidden channels, the shallow bays where prey congregate, the deep, dark holes where larger, unsuspecting fish seek refuge. You are a master of your domain, a silent, undisputed tyrant. Yet, even kings have their moments of reckoning. Then one day, something new intrudes upon your serene reign. It's not a fish. It's not a frog or a duckling. It's a flash of alien, unnatural color, wiggling through the water with an arrogant, almost defiant swagger. It moves with a rhythm that is both alluring and profoundly wrong. You don't know what it is. To your ancient, predatory brain, it is simply the most obnoxious-looking, offensively vibrant creature you have ever seen. And its mere presence, its audacious intrusion into your meticulously guarded domain, is an insult. a challenge. You strike. Not out of hunger, not entirely. You strike because you are offended. Your world, in that instant, dissolves into a maelstrom of searing pain and blinding confusion. You are pulled, an invisible, unstoppable force, greater than any you have ever encountered, is dragging you. From your kingdom, from the cool, green sanctuary of the depths, upwards, towards the terrifying, blinding bright ceiling of your world, the surface. For the first time in your adult life, the life of a supreme predator, you feel pure, unadulterated terror. This is not the fear of a rival. This is the fear of the unknown, of something utterly beyond your comprehension. With one final convulsive headshake, a desperate, violent wrench of your powerful body, you feel something tear. The pressure is gone. You are free. You bolt. Deeper, darker, into the densest, most impenetrable part of the weed bed, and you stay there for a week. Your heart, that powerful muscle that has fueled a lifetime of ambush and dominance, hammers against your ribs, a frantic drumbeat of sheer, primal relief. Your reign of terror was just interrupted by a higher power, a god you can't fight, a god you can't eat. And you know, with a cold, primal certainty that settles deep in your ancient bones, that it will be back. Fishing lures are designed to mimic injured or fleeing prey, triggering the pike's predatory instincts. Their effectiveness often lies in exploiting the pike's inherent aggression and territoriality, often leading to strikes even when the fish isn't actively hunting for food. The seasons blur into one another, each turning of the year adding another ring to your vertebrae, another scar to your tough hide. You are old now, a true leviathan of the lake, a living legend etched in scale and scar tissue. Your body is a tapestry of violent memories, from hooks that tore free, leaving ragged wounds, from the teeth of rivals you devoured, leaving their own marks of defiance, from a lifetime of brutal, lightning-fast ambushes. You are slower now. The explosive bursts are not quite as potent. The hours spent motionless are longer. You are still the king. But it is a weary reign, a reign haunted by the memory of the invisible hand that pulled you from your world. You are resting in the cool shade of a fallen log, your ancient eyes half-lidded when you see it again. The flash of unnatural color. This one is different. It moves with a hypnotic, crippled swagger, an irresistible, wounded dance that screams easy meal to every predatory fiber of your being. It is a siren song of weakness, of vulnerability. Your caution, learned from years of pain, of near-death experiences with that invisible, irresistible force, battles with the primal instinct that has defined your entire violent existence. The memory of the terror, the blinding light, the crushing weight, it flashes through your mind. But the lure's movement, that irresistible mimicry of weakness, is too powerful. It speaks a language older than fear. The instinct wins. It always wins. You strike. The hooks sink deeper this time. In an instant, the fight is immediate, savage, desperate. Your powerful body thrashes, but you feel the difference. Your explosive runs are shorter, less potent. Your head shakes are weaker, born of weary muscles and an old, battered will. The invisible line holds. It is relentless, unyielding. You are dragged from the cool, green safety of your world into a nightmare you now recognize. The surface breaks. Suddenly, there is no water, only blinding light and a crushing, suffocating weight. You can't breathe. Your body, so sleek and powerful, so perfectly adapted for the fluid embrace of the water, is now a heavy, flailing anchor in this alien, air-filled world. Your gills, designed to extract life from water, gasp uselessly. You see a shape, a giant, towering creature, a fisherman, and for a fleeting, eternal moment, your ancient, predatory eye meets its alien one. A moment of shared predatory understanding, across the gulf of species, across the chasm of worlds. But there is no understanding, no empathy, only conquest. Your life, as the silent, undisputed tyrant of the weeds, ends with a final desperate gasp in a world where you cannot breathe. A trophy for a creature you never even knew was hunting you. A force so immense, so indifferent, it was beyond your comprehension until the very end. Born a cannibal, lived as a ghost, an emerald shadow in the depths. died as a decoration, stretched out, lifeless, on a cabin wall. Not exactly a peaceful retirement for the water wolf. So, the next time you cast your line, or simply gaze upon the shimmering surface of a northern lake, remember the northern pike. Remember the brutal beauty of its existence. Remember that for some creatures, life itself is the most savage and glorious battle of all. Which creature do you think we should tackle next? What other unsung heroes or forgotten tyrants of the wild deserve to have their story told? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. And if you felt even a tiny spark of sympathy for this magnificent freshwater monster, or if you simply appreciate a good story, make sure to hook that like button. Subscribe for more tales from the wild, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into the lives less seen. Thanks for watching.